Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. It is your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today, we're discussing my favorite family of watches from H. Moser Cie of Schaffhausen, Switzerland. This is the Endeavour Perpetual calendar in pink gold. This is 40.8 millimeters in diameter. It measures only 11.2 millimeters thick, and from lug tip to lug tip, 49.4 millimeters, with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. On my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, it wears quite nicely. You can see how tightly downturned the lugs are, but also that the underside of the case is sculpted and curved to sit securely, fit the contour of your wrist. I could recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 15 centimeters circumference, and you can see with a concave bezel profile and a thickness of just over 11 millimeters, it will easily slide underneath a dress cuff. Here's your over-the-top shot. Taking a look at the strap, it is large rectangular scale alligator leather in a semi-gloss finish, black with a monotone stitch and a sheer cut side. You can see it on the bottom, it is black calfskin, and it is a Moser factory strap in brand new condition. Here we have something that's unusual on Moser watches, an optional upcharge, a full folding clasp to provide more security against dropping your watch while you are donning or removing it. You can see it's been Moser branded. It is friction snap shut, just like that. Rolling over to the case. Moser cases, especially Endeavour cases, are beautifully sculpted. Moser uses a combination of machining and hand finishing to achieve these wonderfully deep, mirror-polished concave hollows in the case band. You can see that the mid-case features a vertical satin finish. The bezel is concave all the way around and slightly stepped in from the case band to visually thin it out, but then it expands at 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. The whole thing appears as though it were molten gold, just drawn out and flash frozen. It is pink gold. You may think from the lighting that this is yellow, but I assure you it is pink. Moser branded crown, and then a dial which is matte black and features matching pink gold indices as well as hands. We have hour indices radially arrayed. We have a power reserve indicator at 9 o'clock. Manual wind power reserve on this watch is rated at 7 days. In fact, it will run for almost 9. We have small seconds. We have an exceptionally large date disc. And let me show you one of the secrets of this system. The date disc is adjustable forward or backwards. It is a bi-directionally adjustable system. Now you'll also note we have this little stub hand at center. That indicates the month. It is a perpetual calendar system designed by independent watchmaking master Andreas Streller of the AHCI. He's a specialist in stealthy complexity. So you have this stub hand, 12 hours on the dial, 12 months to indicate. So right here, you're looking at the 19th of the 11th month, that is November. Now I can turn this in either direction, but what's worth mentioning is that the disc you see is actually two discs, and you can see that little overlap between them. By using two oversized discs that overlap, Streller is able to create an oversized date display without a giant disc that increases the size of the watch. And again, you can adjust in both directions. The basis here is a 28-day month. So if you're wondering why there are 28 days indicated in October, that's why. When you quick set it, it operates differently than when it is driving itself and turning over a month. We also have another feature in addition to the bidirectional quickset. There is a hacking or stop seconds function, so you can actually stop the watch and synchronize it to a reference time. Flipping it over, we have HMC 341, a movement that is beautifully made and features a number of pocket watch references, including the 3/4 style bridge architecture. It's split for easier service, but it's designed to read as a 3/4. And then we have the drivetrain as well as the barrel arbors set in solid gold chaton. You can see those pivot jewels are set in golden cups, which are then fixed into the bridges using black polished screws. This is the nod to the way things were done in the pocket watch era. 2 barrels for very even torque release, so you don't get a surge of fast running when it's fully wound, nor does it slow down excessively as the power discharges. That, more than the long power reserve, is the advantage of having 2 barrels. Now we also have 28 pivot jewels, a 6-position adjustment, which is one more than a standard chronometer. Very impressive. impressive stuff. Remember, 5 positions and you can get a COSC certificate. 6 positions and you're Moser. Now, Streller put the leap year indicator on the reverse of the case because he correctly judged that it would be the least frequently referenced indication, but you need one for a perpetual calendar, so it sits on the case back and you adjust it using this little pusher on the flank. We have a full balance bridge with a free sprung balance for better shock tolerance, and it beats away at 18,000 vibrations per hour, a vintagey and aesthetically pleasing low beat rate. It is free sprung for durability and adjusted in those 6 positions. We have a solid gold 14 karat escapement, which reduces the need for lubrication, that has all kinds of performance and maintenance benefits. And then we have an overcoil hairspring that allows the watch to breathe concentrically or beat concentrically in any position with respect to gravity, which cancels out the effect of gravity slowing or speeding on the timing of the watch. And of course, Moser makes its own escapement, hairspring, and balance in-house, which is profoundly impressive. A lot of movement manufacturers do not do that. Finally, the whole assortment, the escapement, the balance, the hairspring, the bridges, everything, it lifts out and allows Moser to replace the unit with a pre-serviced assortment that can pop right in at your regional Moser service center to speed the watch back to you, because this is the most time-consuming part of a service. So that's another fun feature. You'll also note that the company uses a number of finishing techniques, including double-crested Côte de Genève, an unusual treatment, satination on wheels, and black polishing on screw heads. There's also a nice, neat bevel on the edge of the bridges and satination on the lever for the leap year system, as well as the top of the balance bridge. There's engine turning on the base plate and solarization on the underpinning of the escapement bridge. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com. One last note, 30 meters water resistant, so don't take it swimming. If you want to do that, Moser has the Pioneer and the Streamliner for you.